welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Missouri Tigers, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Well, that's some way to start this game. They're lining up for an onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. So Missouri's offense will have the first possession of the game. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads, showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Man, first play under the lights. You had all day to think about how you wanted to start the game, and this defense, exactly how they wanted to do it. Get to the quarterback and get him on the ground.
What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
There's nothing better than opening drive, coming out as an away team. Everybody's got all that excitement, all that energy, and being able to run the football and physically exert yourself to start a football game.
The Tigers with the 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. Got some room into the goal line. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. On 1st and goal, Missouri will try to strike Pater. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Missouri! They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Georgia's offense will go to work for the first time today. And they are led up front by a powerful offensive line that opens up an array of possibilities, Jesse.
No question, it's the identity of this offense. Multiple players up front that are going to play in the Football League. This unit is going to be up for the Joe Moore Award at the end of the year for the outstanding O-line, David. They are going to try and establish the line of scrimmage with their physicality.
Man, it's a tremendous challenge with this defensive line because you know that. Like, you've got to be aggressive. You've got to be physical. I've got to take away their ability to run the football first. This unit's nasty. They're dirty. I love it.
What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
The Bulldogs come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Red pass, it's complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
And there's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights.
He's loose on the left. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior. Makes a play after the grab.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Running back searching for a hole. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Back to throw, it's Boley. He's got it on the run. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. The Dogs are in the hurry-up. Looking to throw. Scrambling away. Score. Touchdown, Dogs! Setting up for the extra point and the tie. He didn't see anyone open. Said, no problem. I'll take care of it myself.
Yeah, I've been there before. Been there, done that. Not my first rodeo. I've been in this kind of situation. Down by the goal line, I'm getting outside and I'm taking it in myself.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Looking to throw on first down. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
I personally love aggressive defense. I love it. Bringing the strong safety down, forcing that sucker in there to get the quarterback. Boom. Get that guy on the ground. Nice aggressive play call by the defense.
Finds just a bit of room. He'll pick up a couple to the 11.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Lofts one high and deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening. Run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
This senior showed some serious arm strength, firing that one in for the first down. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Zings it complete to the right. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Trying to barrel in. Touchdown, Georgia! The offense cashing it in on that drive. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Final play of the quarter coming. Wants to throw on first down. It's complete to the right. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. On the option. The pitch. And this one will be stopped for...
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds onto that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. He'll pull it on the read. Breaks into the open. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Now on second down. Looking to fire. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, try to convert through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. So Missouri will have to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And they'll keep it away from the return man as the punt goes out of bounds. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Quarterback making checks. Dropping back, it's Bowling. Under fire. They get to him as he throws. Oh, what a play. It's intercepted. They'll chase him out of bounds after that play, mark it at the 16-yard line.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
First play of the drive, lost a throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. He makes the catch close to the sticks, but he'll be a little short of the 1st down.
You hate giving up that play if you're the DB on this one because you're playing man coverage, you're trying to defend a slant route. You've taken the inside away. That's where your leverage is.
Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, you could make a case this is the game of the week in the SEC. Kentucky has the lead right now. Feels like it's been this way since the players took the pregame catwalk. But this has been a very close game. They're up by 7 over Mississippi State. Just another week of SEC football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Here's the handoff. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Makes the grab. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. He was all by himself out there. Someone just lost track of their assignment.
And that's so frustrating because you want to make offenses earn it. And you don't want to give up big plays and bust coverages and let people run wide open, especially good players. Like, you know this guy's a good player, and you let him run wide open down the field.
To the air. It's Bowling. Finds his tight end. No chance to run, but still a good game. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. And the Dogs are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Wanting to move the chains, here comes Georgia on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Converts on 4th down, still going. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. The give out of the gun. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. That's caught. It's Wilson. Chopped out of bounds. They'll 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding. I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man. Just he catches the football, and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. Now on 1st and goal, let's see what Georgia will do. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense, man. Late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Trying to start the drive with a pass. It's complete. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. Back to pass. Fires to the big fella. He's got enough for a Missouri first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw on first down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Touchdown, Dogs! How about this defense taking one back to the house?
Man, that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Makes the grab. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Well, the quarterback got it to his receiver quickly and gave him an opportunity to make a few moves after the catch, but he's got to do a better job with ball security that time. That is a costly fumble.
They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. Looking downfield, it's Boley. Into the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming.
I understand the quarterback wants to get this dominant wide receiver the ball as often as possible, but I wouldn't try to get it to him in double coverage. I think you have to let the defense's coverage dictate who...
Touchdown, Georgia! Quick strike through the air for the score. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fella on the sideline. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Tigers will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Makes a move. Bounced out of bounds at the 38 after that return. Looking downfield, it's Boldy. Got it set up on the outside. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Gets it out quickly. Makes the stop at the 49, giving 5 yards on the play and a first down.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
They'll move the wide receiver. Looking downfield on first down. He uncorks one deep. Snags it, and he will score! Touchdown Bulldogs! This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Man, it just gets in the zone, right? And you can't miss. You've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. To the air on first down. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion. So 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Brings it in down the left side. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got him. That last play changed everything on this possession. They've got it 1st and 10 inside the 30. Wants to go up top on first down. Still, but he can't get away again, and down he goes, and the trickeration is not so tricky. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Snagged out of the air. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. And the Tigers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. The snap sets up the throw. Lets it fly. Touchdown Tigers. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives. Off the play fake on first down. Fires to the big fella. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. They gave themselves room to operate with that first play. Now first down from the 37. He wants to change this route. Dropping back, it's Boley. He'll throw it. It's complete on the right side. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. Wants to go up top. Setting up the screen. Turning it on! And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Dogs!
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Well, the last time they had it, the long field didn't bother them in the least, and they'll try to do it again. Starts a drive trying to go up top. He lofts one down the sideline. Brings it down on the right side. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. After that huge play, they'll try to finish him off with another one. It's 1st and 10 from inside the 40. Looking to throw on first down. He's not afraid to go deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, this guy has had himself a day. Already over 100 yards receiving in the game, so no wonder the quarterback's looking his way, and no wonder the defense now has finally figured out they're trying to throw it to him. So we got to cover him. We got to knock balls down and force incompletions.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Missouri! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it a comfortable lead. To the air, it's Boley. Rushes on him. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Finds his man in the middle, and they're able to get him on the ground.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Wilson. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing now.
They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. The pull and throw off the RPO. Oh, he's got some space. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Off-play action on first down. Touchdown, Georgia! And they take it in for 6 more points. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Always expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. ULM looked less like a group of Warhawks and more like a bunch of road warriors in a solid victory. This team almost always plays tough on the road, and today they found a way outside of Malone Stadium. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball. There he goes! And that's where he'll go down. An explosive play moves the sticks. The huge play got him on the porch, but now they got a kick in the door. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line. This defense didn't hang its head. They stood tall after the big play. Third and goal coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Tigers! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch, and listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like, we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to, and this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And
touchdown, Bulldogs! Once he got some room, it was over. They extend the lead here in the fourth, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1.
offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And now this offense will take the field again. Leaves it with the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to pass. Throws for the tight end. He's got an open man. Ripping through the defense. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. This offense capable of exploding at any moment. Now they're set up inside the 30 with a 1st and 10. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. DBs will try to keep everything in front. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
Looking for the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
It's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it.
Going for it all. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That 4th down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on downs.
They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air, it's Boley. Quarterback moving. Trying to make magic on the scramble.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
He lets one fly deep. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Trying play action. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop.
This is so a Jesse Palmer move. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator, try to rub it in. Can't win by enough. Got to look good in the polls. This is your kind of offense, Palmer.
It's all about coachable moments, and obviously they have not had a ton of success throwing the ball in this game. But as a coach, I think you're just looking for...
Breaks into the open. He goes out of bounds. Really good pickup, an explosive run there, but that's going to be like a fabulous parting gift. Not enough to make a big difference. Missouri comes up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's got it and still on his feet. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Finding it tough to make positive yardage. Now 3rd and goal from the 2. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David.
Yeah, this crowd's been jacked up. They've been excited. Now they get to breathe a little bit, Palmer. Nice lead. This offense needs to go out and protect it.
Yeah, they've been the more physical team all game long. So let's just run the ball. Let's just ice this football game, take the W into the locker room.
And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Split backs here. Looking to pass. It's Bowling. Oh, he wants it all. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it.
Going over the top. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. It just